Please direct your attention back to the main stage and put your hands together for Zhai Bates. All right, here we go.
Zhai Bates. I think I started around 12 or, well, I'd say more actually like 9, but as far as playing out and traveling, about the last 10 years or so. Well, I'm from Georgia, and this is how things come out. You know, I got a country accent. I like country music. That's what I grew up on, so that's what I kind of fell in love with. Well, it's kind of cliche, but I mean, it's all about the storytelling for me personally. I always kind of am drawn to the songs that have some kind of story. Driving me wild, and I'm lost in this night. Your love, sweet something on the back of this guy. There's who we know that feels so right. Don't know what we gonna find or what we're gonna come from. Let's get it on. That's kind of one of the things that got me into music is when I was 9, I caught on fire. So I was a big sports guy, you know, as much as you can be at 9 years old, but my whole family is like that. So I caught on fire. That actually put me down for quite a bit. And that's when I started singing in my room, about not necessarily this size, but we had an intercom system in the room, and my mom heard me singing and kind of started doing that. I went back to sports a lot, but I ended up doing a lot more singing from then on at any kind of event, talent show, in school even. So that's how I kind of got into it to begin with from the beginning. Yeah, actually, just recently I had one of my good friends passed away. He's my age, and he was killed on the job at his job. So that was just a few months ago, and I haven't had too many people die in my life other than like my grandmother, you know, Papa and stuff. That was a long time ago. But as far as loss, that's the biggest thing that's happened to me in a long time, and I was able to. I'm good friends with the wife too. That's how we became friends and stuff. But I was able to write a song about that and sing it at the funeral as much as I could get through it, and yeah, so that's what happened.
What was the song called?
The song is called "Best Seat in the House." I think there's a couple versions of it actually out there, but yeah, it's called "Best Seat in the House." He was a big sports fan. We watched a lot of Atlanta Falcons and Braves games together, and so it was an easy song to write. It happened really fast, but at the same time, it was a tough song to write at the same time. But it helped me out a lot. I know it helped a lot of his wife out and a lot of people out to be able to sing it at the funeral and stuff.
Dixie whiskey. Oh, baby, you're as sweet. Strawberry wine. You're as warm, baby, as a glass of rain. Oh, honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I look for love on the same old places. I found out when I was always right.
What other songs in your album represent a time in your life where you experienced pain or heartbreak?
There's one song on the album called "Hero." I actually wrote it a long time ago when my brother and cousin and some friends of mine were going into the military, and this was back when I won't say when the war was just starting, but we were really in the thick of it, and so I wrote that song about them, and you know, telling them goodbye on the airplane, and how they come back, different people, and how it might have affected, you know, the people's lives that they're leaving, but also affects their lives at the same time, and doing something that's bigger than themselves, and the sacrifices they make for that kind of thing. So that's probably and I've had it on an album before, but we re-recorded it and put it on this one because it's just it's one of my favorite songs. I mean, we're out of Tennessee, but we're here in Denver right now, and we've got a really good buddy who was in the Marines who lives out here now, and I remember when he came back from overseas, it took him a good long while to get readjusted, and different techniques he was trying and different things he was doing to try to help himself and mentally, his body out and everything. But now he lives out here, so I usually get to see him every time I come out and hang out for at least a night or so, and that's just one of the many. I mean, there's people who have gone over there and haven't come back, and their parents, and friends that haven't come back, and my brother and cousins and them, you know. So yeah, lots of people that have crossed my path. I'm from the South. Everybody you either go to college or go in the military for the most part. So I've got a lot of friends who went to the military instead, and I was about this close as well. So.
Were there moments where you were frustrated at your own process? Were there moments you got stuck? How'd you get unstuck?
Well, luckily I live in Nashville where there's just songwriters everywhere, and most of them I know are my friends and stuff. So I don't write as much as I used to, because we're on the road and stuff, but My process is different every time. It's sometimes it's just the music I'm playing, or something happens like the friend dying, and a song just gets spit out in no time, and then sometimes it could be we drive around a lot, so I could have like a line in my head and almost write the whole song while we're driving down the road in my head. But that part of it's always different for me. But never really dove into just getting into a room every single day and writing with friends. Even though that's what my friends do, and they're amazing at it. But it's hard for me to do that sometimes. But when I get frustrated, it's usually you just put it down and come back to it, or you hook up with a buddy who this is all I do. So it's fairly easy to get over that hump sometimes.
The world's running out of the way. You're looking at fine down 403. Sorry, let's take it, break it, turn you around, bring it back to me.
That's the balance. That's the tough balance these days. We're always having to learn new songs and stuff to play, and try to add new originals. It's crazy these days. I think more of it is discipline and staying out of it. Or it's more discipline these days, and not as much of the art form as it used to be, because things are just getting so commercialized in every single way, whether it be the writing or the making a big process, or the shows. It's lost a little of the luster of that art, when there's still some artists that you can stumble upon, like Stapleton and people like that reel it back in, and like, okay, we still have some serious artists out there, So I enjoy trying to find those guys, and they might not be the #1 dude, but I love that side of the music business still. Yeah.
So with country, it's all sorts of storytelling, What are your favorite topics?
I probably don't have like a real favorite topic. It's whatever really speaks to you. It could be just a fun, fun fishing song or something like that, and then the next one could be a tearjerker, or the next one could be a gospel song. It's hard to say. It's kind of like when people ask me what my favorite song is. It's really hard to put a finger on a favorite song, because it always hits you different at different times. Every song speaks to you different from whatever angle it hits you, whatever you're doing at that time, whatever you're thinking about. So just life, I guess. Yeah. I'd say Stapleton right now. I mean, he's just, I love listening to singers who are just the best they can be, and his songs are a little different, and I kind of like that kind of stuff. So Stapleton right now. I've been listening to a lot of him lately.
And last question, what is your ultimate definition of a love story?
Randy Travis. I mean, those old Randy Travis songs you could just hit the greatest hits on a Randy Travis CD or album, and I mean, they're just one love song after another. I love. That's kind of what started me on the whole storytelling thing growing up is Randy Travis songs and stuff. So I mean, just go down the list, that.